So I recently hit around 600 hours on League of Legends and I have yet to play Set. So I decided to give it a try and here's how it went after 9 matches. And if I do sound sick throughout the video, I do have a runny nose as I'm recording this voiceover, so keep that in mind. And also I want to say that I am an Iron player, so with that being said, I have received some comments like why don't I do this, why don't I do that. Well, I'm not that great at the game, so yeah, let's begin. Alright, so for my first game, I was placed against Mordekaiser top lane, and I might have overestimated how little skill Set takes. I thought I could just run in and no matter what, I just win. That's not the case. So he killed me once, he killed me again, and then again, and as you can guess it, we surrendered because he was fed out the wazoo.
Defeat.
Alright, so for game 2, as you can guess it, we had a remake because our teamo never showed up. Alright, anyways, on to the next game. So for game 3, I got autofilled into bot lane and I went against a Zyra and Ezreal. I'm not sure how viable Set is to bot lane, but I feel like it is possible to pull it off. Alright, so for this game, I try to play really safe, and I was able to get a kill at 7 minutes. That was pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. At this point in the match, I still didn't know what I was doing, because it was barely just my 3rd match. I would consider I didn't feed through the laning phase, but we did end up losing the match. Mainly because I wasn't using my W correctly, which again, it was barely my 3rd match on Set, with the previous 2 matches being super short.
Defeat.
So for game 4, I was placed against a Sion on top lane. I believe Set is supposed to win against Sion in the matchup, but I did unfortunately throw off my early game because I got ganked by Master Yi, and as you guys already know, generally speaking, if you die very early on into top lane, you're very likely to lose laning phase. So that is pretty bad for a top laner that split pushes. You don't want to feed Sion, especially because he can scale. However, I did manage to kill him once again in laning phase, so that was pretty good as I ulted into him once I got ult. After I killed him, I decided to stay and get some plates, and that's where I made a mistake because the one problem with Sion when you're going against him in laning phase is that he can get back to the lane without teleporter in a matter of seconds with just his ult, and he basically came back and killed me. So I lost the lead that I just had gained. Shortly after, the Sion pushed the wave into my turret, and I believe he was trying to proxy the wave. And, well, my jungler came and we killed Sion. I'm not gonna lie, throughout laning phase, we were constantly trading. We did end up losing the game, but this next clip was pretty funny. It was my first encounter with Hoe, and yeah, that character has a lot of CC, I'm not gonna lie. Alright, so for game 5, I was placed against a Urgot top, and my win rate against Urgot is incredibly low. Even when I'm playing characters that I do know how to play correctly, I just can't manage to ever win against him because I always feel like he does too much damage and he's too tanky at the same time. And as you can guess it, Urgot did get first kill on me. And I shortly also realized that my team had 2 people with smite, so the game was started off at a disadvantage, I would say. So the Warwick basically just dipped on us, so we surrendered. And I would say this was the peak League of Legends experience right here, when your teammates just leave because they don't get what they want. Alright, so for game 6, I was placed against the Poppy. I quickly got first kill after hitting level 6, and I pretty much won the lane right after that. I took her tower, and laning phase was over. So I decided to roam, and my team and I ended up killing the Lux. She got absolutely destroyed. Then I killed their jungler, Xin Zhao, and I was pretty much fed at this point. The game was kind of one-sided, and they did end up surrendering, and I finished the game with 9 kills. So
Yeah, they surrendered all 5.
best game so far.
Victory.
And they said report cannon for intentional feeding.
On game 7, I was placed against a Trundle, and funny enough, I actually got first kill, despite how broken that character is. And I know how hypocritical it could sound to call Trundle broken while I'm playing Sett, but Trundle is really broken, objectively. Unfortunately, we did end up surrendering at 15 minutes because one death led to another, and we basically got straight up wrecked, to say the least.
He literally said, yeah, he did see you. He literally did see you. The Rengar just said, yeah.
So for game 8, I went against a Irelia, and kind of like game 6, I got first kill, and it was pretty much one-sided from there. I'll just cut the video here. So my final thoughts on Sett is he is kind of brain dead, but you do also at the same time need to be able to understand how to use his skills correctly. But other than that, that's all I have for you guys.